Oh yeah, black sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle bizzle. We got breaking news today. We got breaking news. So Donald Trump has got Israel and Hamas to do a ceasefire. I guess Trump's warning, man. Well, he said, man, if a single hostage, if you guys don't resolve something by the time I come in office, all hell's going to break loose. And it's going to be basically, I'm paraphrasing, hell for everybody. I guess both sides, even Israel, was like, yo, Hamas definitely didn't want that smoke. So um, there we have it. Even before Trump even gets in office, he broke us a deal. I will admit, I thought it was going to be more complicated with Israel and Hamas as opposed to Ukraine and Russia. I thought he was going to get Ukraine and Russia resolved before the Hamas situation. As y'all know, I spoke on Hamas and Israel, but I didn't speak on Hamas and Israel, meaning I acknowledged it, but I did not predict any peace deals this soon, especially for the before the Israel before Russia and Ukraine. I thought Russia and Ukraine would definitely have a uh, deal going before Israel and Hamas did. So yeah, Trump managed to send a negotiator over there, talk to Hamas, and yeah, they're going to get the situation resolved. And as far as hostages, the remaining hostages will be released. So yeah, good job on Trump, man. Good work, Trump. Good job. So yeah, that was like I said, breaking news, man. It was really unsuspected. Again, I thought it was a more complex situation than Ukraine and Russia because Ukraine and Russia is starting to wind down. You know, Putin is ready to have talks, and Zelensky pretty much has an understanding that the money um, that the aid is coming is about to come to a halt. Basically, the at the end of the road. Damn. Oh, I hate 10 speeds, man. I hate 10 speeds. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, stuck in traffic, so I'm going through gears, and it's giving me a headache. So yeah, that's what we got. We got a situation, breaking news. You know, Donald Trump and Israel and Hamas situation. So um, this is really good, man. Like I said, I'm really impressed with Trump. You know, he did it what 10 days before the inauguration. I believe it's what today's the 15th, 16, 17. Or okay, 5 days before the inauguration. So very impressive, Donald Trump. Very impressive. So yeah, good job. Good job, man. I think Donald Trump is on his way to being one of the greats. Um, good job. So that's one less thing Trump has to worry about now, as far as getting things straightened out that the Biden administration has messed up. You know, as far as that situation happened under the Biden administration, of course, and the Hamas, y'all know the October 17th massacre. Um, Hamas going in and murdering some kids or some teenagers at a rave party in the middle of the desert. I did see footage of that, and yeah, scary, scary, scary thought, man. But now, and there were American hostages also. You know, there were American hostages, Russian hostages. The Russian hostages were let go, of course. Putin went in there and was like, "Yo, you release those Russians." Um, I'm not sure about the Ukrainian hostages, but yeah, you have Russian hostages, American hostages, yeah, of course, Israeli hostages. So you had people who visited Israel from different places who were held hostage by Hamas, and so um, this is the end result. So yeah, we got a peace deal, we've got a ceasefire and negotiation. Don't know the details in depth what the negotiations are, but basically Trump said, look, you better get this resolved before I get into office, because apparently, Trump has a lot of other things on his plate, and I guess by this being off his plate now, he can zero in and focus on other things internationally, especially dealing with Russia, China, I guess, because now China, let's talk about China real quick. People are saying if I've heard some ridiculous senators, I'm assuming they're Democratic senators, say that if we allow Russia to take advantage of Ukraine, that will inspire China to go into Taiwan. You know, I think that China, if they wanted to go into Taiwan, they would have did it under Biden. Don't believe they'll do it under Trump. They had the opportunity under Biden and Kamala Harris to do that. So I doubt if after Trump gets in office that they will be emboldened to invade Taiwan. I don't think so. But I hear that argument. When I first heard it, I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was really silly. But that is their argument they're rolling with, and so to try to justify to keep the war going with to try to justify keep the war going in Ukraine. So they say, well, we gotta keep that war going, or else China will be inspired to invade Taiwan. And I'm just like that is how we ain't got no more excuses left to be sending money over to Ukraine. No more excuses, man. They pulled that out of their hat. China though, because of China invading Taiwan, that's why we're to keep things going in Ukraine. No, that's not a good argument. So by me hearing that, that lets me know, yeah, it's pretty much going to be a wrap. And I'm assuming that this will escalate peace talks between Putin and Zelensky faster now that Trump won't have Israel as a focus, Israel and Hamas as a focus. So that will uh, put the pressure on Putin and Zelensky to come to the table, which there's no pressure on Putin's part. Putin wants to come to the table, man. He wants to come to the table and discuss peace negotiations. He wants to negotiate more than anybody. He wants to negotiate. So, yeah. As far as yeah, he wants peace negotiations. So there you have it, y'all. David Rogers, what's going on? 5 days till the shit hits the fan. Yeah, yeah, he's gonna. David, Trump is gonna sign a whirlwind. They said a whirlwind of executive orders, and so yeah, one of those executive orders we already know, David. He's gonna reverse Biden's. Biden. You don't know he signed an executive order saying any incoming president can't start drilling. Man, Trump is gonna rip that shit up so fast. He's gonna counter executive that order that Biden. Like, why would Biden do that, man? Why would Biden? Jesus Christ, why would Biden do that? Knowing that Trump's going to come in and rip that up, but they're saying that the Biden administration, when Trump rips that up, they're going to take Trump to court and try to tie it up in court. Man, I tell you. So we may not see off George. drilling right away. We may not see it because the Biden administration wants to sue the Trump administration as far as like, yeah, they want to do the executive order saying no drilling. Trump's going to tear it up, and then they're going to turn around and try to sue Trump. So I don't know how long that process is going to take, you know, as far as like, you know, them trying to sue Trump and all that. So I don't know how long it's going to be tied up in court. But I say that to say this, David, is that um, they're trying to slow down Trump's offshore drilling with the oil. So there you have it. You already know. So David says, we made it. It's been a long trip, long, hard times for us. Can't use y'all if they're all in jail. Sued. You know, I believe Pam Bondi was had the hearings today, so I believe she will be certified to go through. Um, as far as locking people up, I don't know. That remains to be seen, man. Trump, you know, he needs to definitely lock up the people because they tried to lock him up. So, again, the first time around, he talked about lock up Hillary. He never did it. However, this time around when he was running, they tried to lock him up. So, we will see how Trump responds to the weaponized lawfare against him, man. I think he will respond. So I think he will respond. Now there is a slight doubt that I have. It's like a 96 versus 4%. 4%. I'm kind of doubting. Like I had that slight little doubt. Like he's gonna lock him up. So, but I'm almost like 96% sure he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something. However, you do know, David, that I believe Biden is planning to pardon Liz Cheney. I know I mentioned this before. Because remember, he gave Liz Cheney some type of uh, some type of award he gave her. So I was just like, oh yeah, that's an indication right there that he's going to pardon Liz Cheney for any future. Um, what they call it is a blanket pardon, meaning for any future indictments, any future charges, you could get a blanket pardon. And so I think that's what Liz Cheney is about to get because yeah, Liz Cheney, everybody knows she's a target of Trump. She's a target. Liz Cheney's a target. Fannie Willis is obviously a target. Letitia James, Alvin Braggs, Jack Smith. Yeah, these are obvious targets. If Trump wants to be petty, and I wouldn't even call it petty. I would call it, yo, y'all tried to lock me up. Y'all lost. And in fact, if I would have lost the election, y'all would have had me locked up. So I got to deal with y'all. So that's how I look at it. He's got to deal with them. He's got to deal with them. And I don't think Melania is going to make. Now, let's just say Trump is a merciful person. Melania is not going to let that slide, bro. He's not going to be able to sleep. Melania is not going to let him sleep. So even if Trump has like forgiveness in his heart, Melania don't. Remember, Melania is an Eastern European woman, and yeah, it ain't no forgiveness. She's that Slavic descent, so she's not gonna have no mercy on that. She don't believe in that damn mercy shit. None of those Eastern Europeans do. So it's revenge. So even if Trump uh, has the slightest, I'll forgive them and this and that, Melania ain't gonna let that slide. So Trump ain't gonna be able to do it because Melania's not gonna let him do it. What do you say? Pocahontas. Oh yeah, Pocahontas, man. Yeah, she was at the hearing, man. That poor woman, Pocahontas, man. yeah, she's a real character. Pocahontas is, yeah, she's a real character. But let me just tell you this. I think there's not going to be no forgiveness as far as Melania Trump. If you look at Melania Trump's demeanor at the funeral and at the different occasions, she ain't got no smiles for nobody. Because remember, her home was invaded. Her personal clothing was violated. They went through her underclothing. So I mean, her panties, her bra, and all that stuff. With all due respect, they went through that stuff. So yeah, she's not. She ain't got no forgiveness. She's got no forgiveness. So again, even if Trump decides, you know what, Melania ain't gonna let it fly. So I would. That's why I'm saying 96%. I think Trump is gonna fulfill Melania's wishes, and Melania's wish is revenge. It's revenge. So we'll see. I think that's what's gonna happen. That's my prediction. Um, so David says, we'll see. David, he says, nothing worse than scorn of a woman, especially Eastern European woman, because most women in the West that are Christians, they will forgive to a certain extent. In Eastern Europe, no, man, those Slavic countries, no, they they believe in revenge more than we do in the West. So yeah, especially the Slavic, like the Russians, the Czechoslovakians, the Ukrainians, um, Jordanians, all them, yeah, all of them from Eastern European, man. They believe in revenge. So yeah, there ain't gonna be no, yeah, unless Trump wants to sleep peacefully, meaning get some sleep. Melania ain't gonna let that. She ain't gonna let that fly. And I'm pretty sure by the look on her face, she's not. Melania's not very happy. She's not a very happy woman. Even in these interviews, when she tries to be cordial, she just has like this revenge look on her face, like the look of revenge. And so yeah, I am almost certain. Yeah, there's going to be revenge in the name of Melania Trump. So that's my take. I don't think she's gonna let it. She ain't gonna let it rest. She's not gonna let it rest. Melania is not gonna let it rest. Trump is the type of person to let it rest. Melania is not. So, and Trump is the type of man that wants to keep his woman happy, and because he ain't gonna have no peace if he lets it go, he's not gonna have peace with Melania. Melania's gonna want some revenge. So yeah, Trump's got to make that happen. He's got to make it happen. He's got to. That's my prediction. Like I said, I don't know Trump personally. I don't know Melania personally, but I can read her demeanor. I can read her facial structure, and it spells out revenge, like payback, revenge. Yeah, that's what her face is reading, and she's not. She's not happy. Melania Trump is not happy. She's not smiling. She ain't shaking nobody's hands. She ain't even trying to like pretend like they don't. The Slavs don't do that. I think people here in the West, we have a way of pretending like we're okay with a person when we're not okay with a person. So we'll fake and skin and grin with a person, and we'll fake smile and pretend like we're cool and shit. But no, really, we're not cool. And so Melania is letting the person know, yeah, I'm not cool. No, this is not cool. I'm not cool with you. And you're obviously not cool with me because of what y'all did and invaded, the Mar-a-Lago invasion. So no, I want get back. Melania wants some get back. There's an accident, so I need to get off right here. I need to get off right here and take the back roads. And take the back roads. So I'm gonna take that. It's an accident, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna predict that yeah, Melania wants to get back, and Trump's gonna oblige to that get back. Like I said, even if he doesn't want to, which I think he does in a sense, but again, Trump is from the West, so he's quicker to forgive like us than Melania is. Melania is not. I don't. I don't think those Eastern Europeans even know what forgiveness is. They know revenge is. I don't think like in the West we don't know what revenge is. They do. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can make this light because apparently don't look. I'm gonna make a light. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that track was heavy as hell. That's why I got to take the back streets, y'all. Got to take the back streets. Make a left at this McDonald's. So yeah, what up, Chubbs? What's going on, man? What's going on? Yes, you can see it. She she used to smile. Yeah, Melania, yeah, David. She used to smile before that raid. Before that raid happened. Ever since that raid, she don't smile at all. That's a look of revenge, man. You can't, like I said, you can't do that to the Eastern Europeans, man, and expect them to be all good and oh yeah, everything's cool. Oh, okay, yeah. No. One thing about Eastern Europeans that I've learned, they don't do the fake smile. They shit. They believe in revenge, which makes me doubt that people in the West, I don't think we believe in revenge. I think we believe in forgiveness. Oh, I'm a fake. Oh, everything's okay. Oh, Jesus loves you. Oh, forgiveness. That's how we are. You're, Eastern Europeans are not built like that. So, you know, Trump is built like us. Trump will forgive, but Melania won't. So there you have it. There you have it. So yeah, I don't think that now Trump wasn't playing around when with that situation, but I really thought it was going to take him a little bit longer to deal with that, simply because the order, the in my mind it was a priority. Like okay, Ukraine, Russia, then Israel, Hamas. But apparently he's like, nah, we gonna deal with this situation right now. You know, with Hamas and Israel, we're gonna deal with it right now, and he did. So um, yeah, my hats off to Trump, man. Him getting that situation resolved. Like I said, I am shocked. I'm not even shocked. I was just, yeah, breaking news. I'm just like, wow, wow. Now I know Trump is ready to get a lot of things done even before his presidency, even before inauguration day. He is chomping at the bits, like I've mentioned before. But man, that Israel Hamas situation, wow. Yeah, he really, man. I guess he's like, man, no. I want this done before I get in office. He's like, no, forget all that swearing in. I want this done before. Like before I touch foot in the White House, I want this resolved. I want this taken care of. And there it is. Um, Chubb says, I don't blame her for being mad when through her private things and they didn't show respect for the president or her. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no. Melania's anger is justified, Chubbs. It is totally justified. And like I said, I'm pointing out the cultural difference between us and Eastern Europeans, but I agree with the Eastern Europeans, man. Go back to the old school ways of revenge and payback. All this forgiveness shit, but I think a lot of the forgiveness stuff, because it's so ingrained in us, comes from the Civil War. It comes from the Civil War because Lincoln was so forgiving. He's one of the most forgiving presidents of our time. Lincoln was. And so Lincoln brought, even because, as the war was winding down here in America, Lincoln, they people were calling for Jefferson Davis to be hung and arrest General Lee and all that. And Lincoln was like, no. We gotta unite, man. Those are still Americans, and we're the. So yeah, Lincoln was pleading the case, and he calmed everything down. And so yeah, it's like Lincoln is one of the most forgiving presidents in American history. And, because of the Civil War, I think we have become more forgiving because of that. Because again, um after the Civil War, immediately, we accepted the Confederacy as our brothers again. They're like, no, those are our brothers, and that was that. And so a lot of the animosities between the North and South like instantly died away. But like I said, Lincoln initiated that immediately. Not only did Lincoln initiate it, but I want to say that Grant's and General E. Lee played a big part of that too. Even though Grant asked Lee to plead with there because there was still rebel armies fighting, I think Lee turned down that. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. But um, there were other concessions made, but one of them he didn't do. Like Lee didn't do. Lee didn't ask the remaining armies to basically, put down their arms and all that. So, but again, as far as Lincoln was concerned, Lincoln was like, no, no, we're not going to go after Jefferson Davis, none of these people, none of the Confederates. We're not going to persecute them. And so, Abraham, he signed pardons, and I believe Grant had pardons too, especially for Lee's immediate army. These people need to not only get pardons, but a lot of them are farmers, and so um, Grant's like, you know what? I'm gonna even allow your soldiers, Lee, to use their horses because in war, everything's supposed to be confiscated. The horses, the weapons, all that is supposed to be confiscated. Well, because Grant understood that a lot of those people were farmers, in order to rebuild, they're going to need those horses. And if you confiscate those horses, a lot of those farmers were going to be messed up. So they said, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to make sure um, that the horses will be used, that your soldiers will be allowed to use the horses to rebuild your farms and all that. So yeah, they were making a lot of concessions that were forgiving concessions. You know what I'm saying? Even some people were calling for hangings and all that, and all the top generals and all that, like say Grant, Lincoln, and all that. Sherman, they were like, "Nah, man, we're not gonna do all that. We're not gonna do all that." So, yeah, the forgiveness goes back. I can trace back to the Civil War. I can trace it back to the Civil War. Don't know if it was in the Revolutionary War or not, but it was definitely in the Civil War. And like I said, there was a lot of forgiveness during that time. So let's see. David said, "That's Christians forgive is what we are taught." It's funny you say Christians are taught that, but Eastern Europeans are Christians too. But they don't like, them Russians are Christians too, but they believe in revenge. So I don't know how we were taught forgiveness and they weren't because they don't, no, man, they believe in eye for an eye and revenge. So I don't know how in the West we're taught forgiveness, but then other Christians are not taught that in other places because Russians, they're Christians too. Some of them are Muslims, some of them are Christians, and some of them are Orthodox. Well, you know what? I guess that's up for debate. I guess you know what. But yeah, we are taught to forgive. But Melania, man, trying to hear that. That's my bottom line. Is what I'm trying to say. David, Melania ain't trying to hear none of that shit. She ain't trying to forgive nothing. And you got Barack Obama laughing, kiki and all these people hee hee and Melania ain't having it. She ain't having it, and I don't expect her to. She has a right to be mad. And if she don't want to never forgive them, that is her right. That is her entitlement. Fuck that. So that's how I feel about it, man. Yeah, she's entitled to be angry and have revenge in her heart. She's entitled to that, and she's not wrong for that, man. Because yeah, what they did her dirty. And so yeah, man, when that kind of stuff happens in Eastern Europe, they don't forget that stuff. They don't forget that stuff. Y'all got to remember, a lot of Eastern Europeans have grandparents that was ruled under Stalin, and so yeah, they don't do that. Barge in your house, go through your shit, and then everything's all good. No, no, man, it's too reminiscent of goddamn the NKVD under Stalin. Hell no. No, it's too reminiscent of that. It's too reminiscent of the Red Army. It's too reminiscent of the damn gulags. No, no, so no, 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 no. The Eastern Europeans have a reason not to forgive, and a reason not to trust, and a reason to have that look on their face, and the reason to want them to get back. So yeah, yeah, man. In fact, I remember when Stalin died. Was it Borichev? The next president went after all of Stalin's people, except for Molotov. He went after a lot of Stalin's old people. So you know, I don't expect Eastern Europeans to forgive shit. Yeah, y'all excuse my language, but yeah, I don't expect them to. When you read, y'all check out a book called Stalin's War. Good book, man. Stalin's War, and what the Russians. In fact, y'all can go back to the Bolshevik Revolution. If y'all read about just what happened internally, let's not even mention, Hitler and the Nazis and everything else. Let's just talk about Russia internally, what they went through when Stalin was doing his purge, and when Stalin was wiping out the old Bolsheviks. Yo, man, you talking about people being taken to the gulags and jeez, man, yeah, it was, Stalin, yeah, So again, yeah, a lot of people, yeah, Melania, I'm sure has grandparents that lived through the old Soviet regime. You know what I'm saying? Because even though Stalin passed away, the NKVD became the KGB, and there was still a lot of old school tactics that they used. They just changed their name, but the NKVD used a lot of tactics because it worked. The NKVD worked, and so the KGB used a lot of their tactics and brutality and all that, So, um, yeah. Let me read another comment. Chubb says, "My grandpa said one time payback is hell." Yeah, Chubbs. Badgerton says, and how you doing, Badgerton? Good to see you. If the North had considered the South as traitors, then by the logic, England would have a right to consider us traitors to them. It's funny because they actually did consider us traitors, but we whooped their butts so bad they had to concede. So, England, as you know, Badgerton, I always tell people about you do know who the first convicted president is, right? In fact, the first three presidents were convicted felons, along with the first Secretary of State, that being Benjamin Franklin, along with John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington. They were the first convicted felons. You know, People say, "Oh, Trump's the first convicted felon president." No, George Washington was. So that would make Trump the fourth convicted. I have to look at my history to see if there's any more, but the first three presidents that were convicted felons were George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams. Those were the first convicted presidents, convicted by King George the First. Convicted of high treason and being traitors of England. So yeah, so they were actually the first. So people, making this hoopla about Trump being a convicted felon. They just don't know. Trump's felony doesn't carry a penalty of hanging. George Washington penalty, they all were facing hanging. So there you go. Um, David said, notice she's quiet. That's ones to watch out for. Yeah, 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 straight up. Jesse's in the house. What up, Jesse? Man, I ain't seen you in a while, Jesse. What's going on, Jesse, man? Man, I know Jesse battling them squirrels. Jesse battling them squirrels, y'all. Jesse needs to get a falcon. He's battling them squirrels. I know. 'Cause the weather's cold too. Oh yeah, the squirrels are looking for food. What's going on, Jesse? Hey, Black Sun. Looks like Trump was. Oh, hold on. Oh, Jesse said, looked like Trump was able to broker a deal. Yeah, yeah. You know, Trump. Hey, Trump made some threats. You know, but yeah, he did broker a deal. Technically, Jesse, he did. Um, Trump said he wanted that resolved even before he steps in office. Got it done. Because I remember when he made the threat, it wasn't even, well, it hadn't even been a week, Jesse, that Trump made that threat. And here we are a week later. Because it was last Thursday, today's Wednesday, it was last Thursday, Trump made that threat. Because I was sitting at home. I wasn't working. I was sitting at home and I saw Trump. He's like, look, either y'all get this resolved before I step in office or all hell's going to break loose in the Middle East. Here we are today. They brokered a deal. So they know Trump wasn't playing, man. They know, like, I guess they believe Trump is Hitler. They obviously believe Trump is Hitler because they were like, oh shit. So, and I'm not saying that believing that Trump is Hitler is a good thing, but apparently, them people in the Middle East, that's what they respect. If they think Trump is Hitler, they will be less likely to do some ill shit. And so, Jesse, yeah, that might have worked to Trump's advantage because Trump made that threat. He's like, yo, y'all get this resolved or all hell is gonna break loose. And he said for everybody. So I guess Israel's like, oh shit. Did he mean us or did he? And they weren't. They like, yo, this man. They calling this man Hitler. Let me just goddamn let's get this shit resolved before he gets in office because Trump is yo, he's not bluffing. Because when Trump says he's going to do something, he does it. So when he said all hell's going to break loose, all they could envision, Jesse, was goddamn missiles and shit and drones and fucking shit blowing up. They're like, no, you know what? We're not going to try Orange Hitler. We're not going to try Orange Hitler. Let's goddamn come to a peace deal and let's broker a deal. So that's where we're at, Jesse. So I think him being Orange Hitler worked to his advantage in this situation. I'm just saying, Jesse, you grew up in the hood. You know, man, if people say, oh, man, Jesse, man, he come knock you out. If they paint this picture of you, they're less likely to try you. And this is what happened with Trump. You're from the streets, Jesse. You know how that goes. And so maybe everybody calling him Orange, well, not everybody, but the media calling him Orange Hitler might have gave this persona like he ain't playing. Like he's going to come put people in concentration camps. That's probably the thought of the people in Hamas. They're like, oh man, this guy is he's really going to hurt us. He's really going to harm us. And there you have it. So I don't know. I think that I think that I think it worked to his advantage, Jesse. So I don't know if Hamas, like I said, I don't know what type of deal was brokered, but Trump did send a negotiator, and Trump wants those hostages too. He wants those hostages released. So I don't know what kind of concessions they made between Hamas and Israel. I don't know if there's going to be a two-state solution. I don't know. But Hamas has to stand down. Hamas, so and Israel apparently had to cease fire too. So it wasn't just Hamas, Jesse. It was Benjamin Netanyahu that stopped firing too. So apparently, Jesse, Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu don't like each other. You already know that, brother. So I guess Benjamin Netanyahu didn't want to get caught in the crossfire because Trump said everybody. He said everybody. He said there's going to be hell to pay for everybody. So apparently, it sounded like Trump was just going to go full ballistic and just drop missiles and then just fuck shit up. So, can stop protesting that the genocide and focus on genocide happening in the USA. Got you on that, Jesse. And Jesse also says, no, just the raccoons just now. Oh, not the raccoons. Oh, they are stubborn, Jesse. You gonna have to, you have to just take some buckshots to them, cause them raccoons they're not gonna go nowhere, Jesse. So yeah, you gonna have to take some buckshots. Go down there and get some buckshots and light their asses up, Jesse. Light their ass, cause them raccoons are stubborn. They are more stubborn than squirrels, man. And these squirrels will run. Raccoons will just sit there and look at you and be like, is something you want? They'll be sitting up there eating your carrots, be like, can I help you, sir? They will straight look at go in your yard, in your garden, just be eating shit, and you walk up to them and they be like, can I help you? Can I help you, sir? They'll straight up there look at you, Jay. You already know, Jesse. They'll look at you like, can I help you? Is there something I can help you with? So yeah, you gotta take some buckshots to them goddamn squirrels, bro. You gotta take some buckshots to them. Jesse said, "Oh yeah, tomorrow my C day. Oh shoot, okay. Put something on the PayPal last. Oh, okay, we'll do $20. Okay. Do I got your Cash App, Jesse? Jesse, I don't know if I got your Cash App. I don't know if I got your Cash App, Jesse, but send me your Cash App. I'll send you. I'll send you that. I'll send you that, man, for your C day, man. Jesse says, yeah, I am from the streets in Denver, New York City, and Chicago. Yeah, you already know, Jesse. You already know. You already know. And Badgerton said, those who believe Trump is Hitler have no idea who Hitler really was. Hitler was the devil. Yeah. We all know that. Yeah, I was just, yeah, we know damn Trump's not Hitler, man. I don't know who believes Trump is Hitler, but apparently we know Trump's not bluffing. Let me just leave it at that. But no, Hitler was, and we're not going to ever compare Trump to Hitler. I think that is downplaying the horrors and the atrocities that the Nazi parties and the Waffen SS did in Germany, and the atrocities that they did. Yeah, that's downplaying. That's downplaying what the Third Reich did. So no, I wish people wouldn't do that. I wish people wouldn't do that, man, Badgerton. So yeah, I agree with that. Jesse says they closed my Cash App, so you might have to, but it's closed now. Oh damn, Jesse. Oh shit. Okay, well I'm at the PayPal you then, cause fuck. Oh damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to PayPal you, Jesse, cause shit, it closed down. Damn. Yeah, they didn't close down Jesse's Cash App. What the hell? Kind of bullshit is that? That's some bullshit, Jesse. Damn, that's some bullshit. They going to close down your Cash App. Fuck, that's some bullshit. Shout out to Jesse, man. But yeah, man, they closed down his Cash App. Jesus Christ. All right, y'all, I'm about to sign out because it's time for me to go home. Time for me to go home. Time for me to go home, y'all. Time for me to go home. Let me find somebody to sign this ticket, y'all. So yeah, shout out to Jesse, man. Shout out to Agreed. And it was during my last election interference to the fullest. Oh wow, they bugging with that, man. They bugging. Yeah, that's. Oh, okay, y'all. Hey, y'all, let me go sign out. Let me go sign out, y'all, because I gotta walk up here unless they come to the truck. Don't look like they come into the truck, so I gotta go to them. Okay, so hey y'all, shout out to Jesse, shout out to Badgerton. Only have a good day at work. Okay, brother. Yeah, let me get going, man. I gotta walk up to this office, get my sick and tired. So man, shout out to Badgerton, shout out to Jesse, man. Shout out to what's his in the chat? Davis, man, Chubbs, uh David, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'll do another live. But yeah, man, Trump did it, man. Trump got a peace deal between Israel and Hamas. So that's one notch for him, y'all. All right, with that being said, man, we out, y'all. Peace.